Now, the Road Accident Fund lost its court case against Discovery Health after the medical aid scheme challenged the RAF's directive not to process members' claims. The matter went to the Constitutional Court, where the Apex refused the RAF's leave to appeal, awarding Discovery a full cost order. But it seems the RAF will not change its August directive. Let's confirm that or otherwise with the spokesperson, Macintosh Polela, who joins me now via Zoom. Thank you so much for your time, Macintosh. We do appreciate it. You know what, I think just for context purposes, let's just start from the very beginning as to why the Road Accident Fund does not want to process medical claims of people that have already been paid out by medical aid should they have been in an accident. Why was that decision taken by the fund?
So let's start from the beginning, as you were suggesting. On the 12th of August 2022, there was a directive that was issued, an internal directive by the Road Accident Fund to do exactly that, to stop paying members of medical aids for that which they are already covered by the medical aids. So what we're talking about are the prescribed minimum benefits and the emergency medical conditions that the medical aids have a responsibility to cover by law. And once we issued that directive, it looks like we overreached because the Discovery medical scheme then went to court and won. But what we need to say is that what they're doing now is tantamount to celebrating a goal that has been ruled offside, because the outcome of the Constitutional Court has been overtaken by several events. First of all, we haven't used that directive since November last year. And in April this year, we issued a new directive, which was in line with the law, which said the medical aids have a duty to their members, and we have a duty to pay for that which is covered by, for that which is not covered by medical aids. And that's exactly what we're doing. And what the medical aids are arguing is that we should be paying for both. And we're saying no. By law, we shouldn't be paying for that. And we were vindicated in August, in September of this year by the North Gauteng High Court, which agreed with us that the medical aids should not be claiming from us, because for you to claim, you have to show loss or damage, which the medical aids cannot show.
Okay, interestingly, I mean, I understand your perspective, because you're saying if members are being paid out by their medical aids, it's obviously their responsibility, and RAF has its own responsibility. But, for example, Discovery has said that you are going against your mandate as the Road Accident Fund by not wanting to pay those who have been in an accident, even though they have been paid out by their medical aids. Do you still stand by the fact that you are going with the mandate of the fund and you're not going against any act?
They're talking nonsense. We pay for that which is not covered by the medical aids. And what the medical aids want to do is to double dip. So what they want their members to claim from us, even though they're covered by them, and then they say they want to take those monies and put them in the pool. Those monies don't belong to them in the first place. What we are saying is that because your members are paying, for the prescribed minimum benefits as well as the emergency medical conditions, it ends there. We're not going to pay for those. We're paying for anything outside of that. That is our mandate, and that we're following our mandate to the letter. As I said, we were vindicated by Judge Khumalo at the North Gauteng High Court. It goes with our directive, which we issued in April. What the medical aids are doing is basically trying to confuse the members and playing them against us. And they go further than that. If they refuse to claim the members for these benefits, which are already covered by the medical aids, they go ahead and terminate their membership. And we're saying to the members, don't allow yourself to be intimidated by the medical aids.
Interestingly, you use the word double dipping, and I'm curious to know what your response is to the fact that Discovery Health says that they are losing millions per annum because of the decision that you have taken.
That's not our problem. What they have realized is that from the penny pinching that they've been doing from the Road Accident Fund over the years, and once we stopped that penny pinching, they obviously losing millions and millions of rand that they think are due to them. I should say, that are unfairly due to them. We are not responsible for them making profits, and we are not sorry that, we're doing the right thing by following the law to the letter through this directive that we issued in April, but number two, through the affirmation that we received from the North Gauteng High Court on the 23rd of September this year.
Okay, I would like to ask what the next move is for the Road Accident Fund, given the fact that this matter has been taken to the highest courts in the land. And the recent ruling speaks about how the Constitutional Court has considered the application for leave to appeal and has concluded that it does not engage the jurisdiction of the courts. Consequently, leave to appeal must be refused. What now for the Road Accident Fund?
Nothing. We've already covered ourselves by a directive of April this year. We've already been vindicated by Judge Kumalo in September this year. As I said in the beginning, this matter has already been overtaken by events, and the judgment in itself is moot and it's irrelevant. I'm not saying irrelevant in a kind of negative way, but I'm just saying the judgment is moot. And obviously the medical aids are overplaying it. The Discovery Medical Aid is overplaying it by saying that we are in contempt and we are defying the court. It would be unwise and ill-advised of us to try and defy the court. We are following the law to the letter, and we are satisfied that we are doing the right thing. So what's the way forward for us? We continue as we are.
So you do not believe that you are in any way in contempt of court?
Not at all. Like I said, by the time the Constitutional Court came back, during the week, that matter had already been overtaken. Like we said, I mean, the medical aids are welcome to go back to the courts, but they won't because they lost in September. The matter has been overtaken by the courts. The medical aids should take their responsibility to their members, and we will take our responsibility to pay for that which is not covered by the medical aid.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I hear your arguments. I don't think this is a question for you, but I'll just ask you anyway. Do you think that there will be further legal action by these medical aids, specifically Discovery, that has really been at the forefront of taking the fund to court? Do you think that they could possibly try and go back to courts in any sort of way to, bring their argument forward to any sorts of courts about how they feel what you're doing is wrong and going against your mandate as the fund?
They have threatened us with contempt to say that, they will go to the court and ask the court to find against ourselves to be in contempt. I don't know if they're actually going to follow their bluff, but if they want to do that, so be it. We are confident that they're going to lose.
Okay, lastly, McIntosh, I want you to perhaps just reiterate your point about how you do not believe in any way that you are disadvantaging your members or those that are trying to claim from the Road Accident Fund, because that's basically how it's almost been put by Discovery, that because the Road Accident Fund refuses to pay out claims that have already been paid by the medical aid, it's almost disadvantaging those trying to claim, because if RAF doesn't want to pay and the medical aids are saying, well, we're not going to pay because RAF needs to pay, where does that leave somebody trying to claim?
The narrative that we are disadvantaging members of the medical aids is wrong. It's not our responsibility to pay for benefits that are due to members of the medical aids that they rightly deserve because they pay for. Again, we only pay for that which is not paid for by the medical aids. And this is our mandate. We're following our mandate. What needs to happen is for the medical aids to do the right thing and recognize that they're giving their members the short end of the stick. The sooner they do this, the better. They shouldn't be trying to claim from us that which is not due to them.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it. That was McIntosh Polela, who is from the Road Accident Fund.